Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome to another video. Welcome to Life of Sunshine on Wheels. Of course, it's your girl Shana. I'm here with another video, and I want to talk to you all today about something I'm very guilty of. I'll be the first one to admit it. Hi, my name is Shana, and I don't know how to live in the moment. The name of the show today is Learn to Live in the Moment. Once again, my name is Shana. I have a problem. I don't know how to live in the moment. And the reason why I say this is because, let me tell you all, I'm guilty. If a judge was here, he'll bang that gavel down on the table. I was not living in the moment when my son had his prom and graduation, and I'm upset. I'm upset with myself because it seemed like I allowed every single thing that bothered me, every single thing that I had no control of, get to me. And that stopped me from living in the moment. One, I was worried about food. Two, worried about decorations, worried about his suit, worried about it getting to the tailor, worried about shoes, haircut, glasses, how you gonna get that? Name it, I worried about it. And guess what? When it came for him to go off, to be sent on the prom, everything worked out. Everything was, in my mind, perfect. And I did not live in that moment until seeing him off on his prom. Everything I worried about leading up to that moment, I worried about guests. I worried about invitations. I worried about, will people be able to get here because I live so far away from the city. I did it all leading up to the prom. And guess what? It was a success. Everything turned out the way that it's supposed to turn out. He was able to drive himself on the highway to the prom. And I am so proud of that because y'all know I taught him how to drive. I taught him how to drive. So all you parents out there that may live with a disability, and if you think you cannot do it, baby, let me tell you, it can be done. I did the thing. I taught him how to drive. And I'm alive to tell the story. So that's a good thing right there. I taught him how to drive and we both are alive. And that means it worked. It worked out. But I did not live in the moment and I'm so upset with myself. Even to the graduation, I didn't live in the moment until that day. I did not live in the moment of, oh my, he's graduating high school. Let me just gloat and float around. I did not live in that moment until the day of. I was upset with people that said that they were coming and didn't show up. I was upset with a lot of the excuses people gave to why they weren't going to show up. So that all bothered me. But not knowing that he had all the support that he needed right then and there that day of. So that all got to me. And let me tell you all something. What else got to me that stopped me from living in the moment is I was a soggy crying mess. I cried every chance I got. And the reason why I was crying was because I know he was growing up. He no longer needs me as much as he did when he was younger. Let me tell you all something. That bothered me. It bothered me. You want to know why? Because I had this human being growing inside of me. Him and I have been Bonnie and Clyde for a very, very long time. Let me tell you something. I've been there through the chronic asthmatic. Him growing up having asthma and then to turn around. Now we're going through another stage of life where mommy is living with a disability. Now mommy is in a chair and he's my bodyguard. He's my strong man. And to know that we was life in this life together, didn't have no instructions to this roadmap. We didn't know which route we were taking, but we were taking it. And I'm so proud of that. And let me tell y'all, I cried, I snotted. And now it's like, I know what to expect this time around, especially with his sister. So now I know what to expect. And I know that now that when it's her turn, I'm going to live in every moment that I can. And I'm not going to worry about what I have no control of, but just know and trust in myself and trust in God to know that it will all pan out the way that I want it to. So y'all, please, if you haven't done so, please start learning to live in the moment. And what I mean by learning to live in the moment, whatever that is going on that minute, that moment that you are in, just live there. Just be there. Don't take a trip worrying about what's going to happen the next hour later. Don't take a trip worrying about what's going to go on next month. Don't take a trip worried about what's going to go on in the future. Just live in that moment that you're in and don't worry about anything else. And I had to learn that. I'm still learning to this day. I'm still learning it. And I know that it's not going to be easy. I know, especially being a mom, and you always worrying, but I have to learn to not worry. I told you on another video that my cousin had to explain to me at his graduation, at my son's graduation party, that I need to trust myself and know what I have instilled in him to know that he's going to be all right. I have to trust to know that when his sister graduates and go off to college, to know that she's going to be all right. And I have to let them go. And that's extremely hard for me because those two are like my best friends. We Bonnies and Clydes together. You know, we do a lot together. And it's like, wow, what am I going to do now? Because they ain't going to need their mommy no more like they used to. So that's where I would get my strength from when I felt as though I was weak. That's when I was having a bad day. I could look at them and know I'm going to be okay. Or if we having a rough patch, I could hear them telling me it's going to be okay, Mommy. What are you worried about? So to know that they are getting older, and to know that I need to learn to start living in the moments that we're in and be okay with things not being perfect. Being okay with not, worrying about what's going to happen next week. Being okay, not worrying about what I got to get for college send-off and for dorm rooms and things like that. Learn to live in the moment that you're in, because if you don't learn to live in the moment that you're in, a whole lot is going to pass you by. You're going to miss out on so much just in that one moment. So please, you all, if you got a lot on your mind and you're not focused on where you're at in that moment, please just clear your head, clear your mind, and just focus on what's going on in that moment that you're in. I know it's going to be hard. Hey, it's coming from a mom here. It's coming from a mom that lives with a disability and sit in the chair, and I love it, and I'm proud to be a mom living with a disability. But know that we just need to learn to live in the moment even more now than anything. It's okay not to have all your I's dotted. It's okay not to have all your T's crossed. Just worry about what's in that moment that you have to focus on the most. It doesn't matter what it is. And to be honest, I'm learning now that we communicate, my children and I. We talk about everything. And I don't want to miss a moment of it, because when I look up, sometimes, parents aren't cool anymore. So I got to take it when I can get it. And so now I'm learning that if they giving me a moment, I'm going to give it back. So I'm going to stay where I'm at, and I'm going to collect on that moment that we're in together. So you all, please, please, please start spending time in the moment that you're in. Don't rush it. Don't worry about what you have no control of. Don't worry about what's going to happen 22 days from now. Don't worry about what's going to happen 15 minutes from now. Just learn to live in the moment. And I think I got to get some more friends now because my two best friends don't like me no more. I ain't cool mom sometimes. Sometimes I ain't the cool mom, so I got to get cool with some other friends now. But you all, I want to say thank you very much for tuning into this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell a friend too. What? Tell a friend. And don't forget, live in the moment that you are in. And don't worry about nothing you have no control of. All right? I love you all. You all be safe until the next video. Bye.